Hey you guys, it's me, your art auntie, and today we have something a little new. I have always said that I'm mostly a traditional artist, because I am. I have tried digital art, but it just hasn't really panned out for me that well. And I've come to the realization that it's because I am just really stubborn and refuse to take the time to go and find the resources and tutorials that will help me actually learn and get better at digital art. And I decided that this month I really wanted to try again and find good tutorials that I could follow and learn how to draw digitally and paint digitally, because I just don't know how. And that's why I was never satisfied with my stuff, is because I don't know what I'm doing. So I decided that that's what I wanted to do this month, and I did it. And I went from drawing this to drawing this in just like a couple days time. I used one tutorial and then I watched like two more, downloaded a couple brush sets that the artist recommended, and I was able to draw what I thought was my first ever successful digital drawing. And this is not, first and foremost, this is not a tutorial. This is not a process video. I'm not teaching you how to do this, because I basically one-to-one followed someone else's tutorial on how they line, how they shade, what brushes they use, and I downloaded all the brushes that they used and I followed all of their steps. This is going to be a resource video. I want to tell you guys what videos I watched, what worked for me, what brushes I downloaded, where I got them, how much they were, so that you can kind of narrow down those resources a bit. That was another reason why I never looked up how to do these things, is because there's so much. There's so many tutorials, there's so many how-to guides, so many people selling brushes. It's intimidating. So I'm just going to tell you what worked for me. So if you want to make art that kind of looks like mine, or that looks like Pypah's art, who is the artist that I followed the tutorials of and the process videos of, then you'll know where to start. But while I'm telling you all this, I am going to show you the Procreate time-lapse thing that they give you. Slow down a bit, so it'll be a bit longer, but you can watch that, and I'll be a little bubble at the top, so it's not too boring. Alright, let's go. First and foremost, I want to introduce you to the artist and channel that I followed and watched videos of to get where I am right now. I watch Pypah's art. I'll also, all the things, if there's links on YouTube, like her specific videos I watched, I'll link them, and it'll pop up that little bubble in the top corner, so you can click it and go straight there. I'll also try to link everything in the description too, but yeah, I'll put little pictures and stuff of everything in the video. But her name is Pypah's art. I don't remember where she's from, but I think she lives in the UK. So she has an accent, but it's adorable. And her art is gorgeous. But I decided I needed to find someone who has a style that I really like a style that if I saw somewhere, I would buy something of it. Something I admire. And someone who's also drawing things that I want to draw. So someone who's drawing people and portraits. And I was looking through YouTube, and I don't want to say Pypah. It's Pypah. But I found her videos, her drawing process videos. I watched this one first. And then after that one, I watched these other two. But I watched 3 videos. One was an overall drawing process. And then another was brushes she uses. And I think the other one was an updated drawing process. And she keeps it pretty, I don't want to say simple, but it is pretty simple. It's not an overwhelming amount of layers or brushes. She really sticks to only like 2 brushes she uses, which are the 2 brushes I went and downloaded. And I mean, it was easier to understand than I thought. Like most of the time when I look at people's art and they have like 500 layers and they're using this brush for this thing, this for that, and this for that, and brushes that are like stamps. Like that's not what I want. I want it to feel like I'm drawing a painting, but I want it to stay simple. And that is exactly what Pypah did. So these are the videos, 1, 2, 3, that I watched of hers that helped me understand what I needed to know. And it's like after I watched those videos and sat down and used those materials and the new knowledge, it's like it clicked. All of a sudden, I drew this bunny girl drawing, and it was like, man, I know how to do this now. This is crazy. And I'm almost afraid I'm going to go back and try to draw something else, and it's going to be like gone. It'll be like, oh, it was a one-time thing. But no, it won't be that way. But yes, Pypah's art, her tutorials are incredible. She also does traditional art. All of her stuff is awesome. I would watch those videos. Those are the videos I watch to do this. And then the brushes she uses. The first one, which I use to do the line art, the sketching, pretty much all the details, pretty much everything except for the flat colors that Pypah suggested, was a brush set from Bluesssatan. And I'll also pictures up of that, and I'll have a link in the description of this video too of where to get that. That costed $11.99. I'll say if you get any brush sets, I'm only going to suggest 2 brush sets. If you're going to get either one, get that one. Because I did my first drawing with just that. I think you could do any of these drawings with just that. It's just not as great with the flat colors because the opacity really depends on how hard you press down. So when you fill flat colors, it can look a little wonky in certain areas. But I use that for pretty much everything except for the flat colors. And I use this one specific brush. Again, it'll pop up. I use this one brush. I think it's called the Wet Round Brush 2. It's one of the wet round brushes. I will show that up. I use that for the sketching, the line art, all the detailing. For all of the flat colors, I'm sorry, I am drawing a blank. I don't remember the artist's name who created the brush set. It will be in the description. I'll also have a photo, but it's called the Juicy Hair brush set. I think it is. I'm drawing a blank, and the picture's on my phone, and I don't want to stop and then have to come back, and I'm not even sure I have the screenshot with the actual name in it, but okay, whatever. We're getting off track. I use that one, and then there is one specific brush on that one that I also used, and I only used it for the flats because that brush is only opaque. So when you like color in an area and fill, it fills it completely opaque and that flat color. And there's nothing to go back in and adjust or any of that. But that brush set costs $12.99. So still not crazy. If you really don't have any money to spend on any art stuff, then I get it. These things can seem unattainable, but again, if you can only afford one, get the Bluesssatan. Because you can do, at least I can do more with that one than with the other one plus. You get what I'm saying? And then I also wanted to show you the reference photo that I used to draw this. It's just a random like fashion collage photo type thing that someone posted on Pinterest. This is the photo I used. Trying to change up a bit of it. I didn't want to go too far off the reference since I was trying so many new things. I wanted to be able to reference back to it and, have something to fall back on. As if I changed it too much, I really wouldn't have a strong reference point anymore, if that makes any sense. But yeah, I just got a random reference off of Pinterest. Nothing crazy going on there. I sketched it in my sketchbook first. Also, I'll put up a photo of the sketchbook drawing. That's what Pypah did. She draws it in her sketchbook. If this wasn't recorded, my was going to be very mad. But she draws it in her sketchbook first, takes a photo, and uploads it onto her Procreate, and then draws over top of it. That worked really well for me. I always struggle sketching things in Procreate. I always think they look weird. So that was a really good tip. But enough of that. I'm not going to give you all of her tips. If you want to hear the whole process, all the tips, go watch her videos. I think they're all like 15 minutes long. They're not very long. She's very good at explaining everything and showing everything she does. She's top notch. I like her stuff. And trust me, she doesn't know me. I don't know her. So, it's unbiased. But I hope that that was helpful for you guys. Anyone who's looking to delve into digital art or just wants new resources, new viewpoints on how to do it. Everyone has a different technique. But I just wanted to give you guys a starting point. Because I thought that it was just such top tier starting point. And Pypah's art just gave such good tutorials and good guidance. And then I just saw, it was just, I want to stop saying such, but it was such an improvement in my art. I mean, I went from this after watching one video to this after watching 3 and buying brushes. I feel like that's pretty wild. At least in my eyes, that's pretty wild. I feel like I made something for the first time on my iPad that I would be satisfied in like making a print out of and buying. Like I would buy that if I saw that in an artist alley, and I've never done that before. I've never made digital art that I was truly satisfied with, and it really feels like I've kind of opened up a whole avenue for myself to like create stickers and prints and all these other things if I can really nail down this digital art thing. And speaking of that, I'm already working on my next project, which is going to be a series of Silent Hill F items. I have some stickers that I'm working on. I want to try and record the process for everything as best as I can so that I could give you like little studio vlogs and whatnot. And as I get better at drawing digitally and I learn my own tips and tricks and whatnot, I'll share a process video with you guys then. I don't feel like I know enough independently to do that now. I'd just be kind of stealing what I learned from somebody else. So I'd rather just guide you to her for now. But as I get, my own rhythm in there and all that, maybe I'll come back and I'll give you guys a little tutorial or something. But until then, I want to do some little vlogs of me drawing and show you guys how that's going. And then hopefully, I'm really thinking maybe by the end of this year, maybe it'll be like a New Year thing, there'll be a store up and you can buy something. Yeah, let me know, do you think that this could be a print? The drawing I just did, my bunny girl? Because I think it'd be a cute print. I like it. But yeah. I don't know, I really like it. I hope you guys enjoy this video. I hope it's really helpful. And I hope you go check out Pypah's art. Give her some love over there. She deserves it. Her stuff's incredible. And I will see you guys in the next video. Bye!